How's it going, PhonLab? It's Root Junkie here, and we have another FRP bypass method for you. This one is going to be a little unique and some different things than you've seen before, plus some old stuff too. It's all good. But I just want to show you, this is a Motorola Z4. You can see up on the top it has a little lock icon. That means it's FRP locked. You can see here it says put in previously synced account. I am connected to Wi-Fi. This is really important, just so you guys know. Okay, so the way you do this is multi-pronged to get into the phone and multi-stepped. So it's going to be a long video, but I think you guys are going to like it. So the first thing you got to do, right now I'm on English. You got to come in here, and this is the one I've been doing just because it's convenient for me, is I'm checking this one, and you're changing the language, and then you check this guy up here on the top, and you change that, okay? So now you can't read it, right? Yeah, that's kind of stinky. So you're going to go in here to emergency dialer. You're going to hit contact information up here. You're going to go to edit, and you're going to go to this one that says plus, okay? Then you hit up here, or you hit the search bar, and it brings up a keyboard. And the whole reason you are doing this in a foreign language is for the keyboard, because this keyboard has this little language icon right here, okay? Which lets you do some different things. And we want to go ahead and click this, which lets us add some languages to our device, okay? So I'm going to hit this button right here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to scroll through, and I just used the very first one that has the arrow on it. Okay? And then the reason I use that one, and the reason I need to pick a language with an arrow, is because then it gives me this little option right here. Okay? Which is super, super important, because that's really our escalation method. Now, just for the sake of it, if you guys do want to go ahead and use Google Lens, I'm going to show it to you. You can use this, and you can use it to translate the languages for you, which is quite convenient. So you can see it says information and help and feedback. Well, maybe you can't see it, but that's what it does. And I use Google Lens on my other phone to translate these: information, help, and feedback. We're going to help and feedback, and then from here you've probably seen this method. It's pretty standard. But I do like using this when I need to. So from here you can actually click on here, and then you can type in, and we're going to actually change the keyboard. There we go. Use Morse code. That's the standard way to get into the device, right? We're going to go into YouTube. So let me just show you the process here. So you go ahead and play the video. My network is a little bit slow when this device is like this, but I mean, I don't know what the deal is with it. But anyway, we're going to hit share. Hit the three dots. Okay, now we've opened the YouTube application. From here, we're going to click on the Google. Okay, and I'm going to pause this. But we're going to click on Google, and then we're going to click the three dots. And then here again, hey, how do we know what we're pushing, right? So once again, I'm going to go ahead and, for my sake of knowing the right button to push, is I'm going to open Google Lens on my other phone again, and see if I can get it to translate for me. Sometimes it takes a second here. Okay, so we're looking for privacy and policies, I think, which I think is the fourth option according to my Google Lens. So that should be this guy, which it is. And now we're into Chrome. Okay, so again, using Google Lens, because we have a foreign language in here, is going to be helpful for us. Okay, so I'm going to hit that one. Then I'm going to say I don't want to sign in. And some of this is familiar. If you've done FRP Bypass, you kind of are familiar with these buttons. So it's not that big a deal. Okay, so now we're in here, right? So now we can go to our site, FRP unlocked.com, right? This is where we keep all of the APKs for you guys all in one spot. Very, very simple to be able to access these and use them whenever you want to use them. So we're just going to let it get there. It takes a second. Like I said, internet's a little slow for some reason when you're in FRP state. I'm not really sure why or what the deal is, but it is. So what I want to also show you is that currently this device is locked in some funny ways. Okay, so you've got this translate option because it's not in the language we pick, so just hit X. And then we're going to scroll down here. We're going to go to PhonLab Multi-Tool FRP APK. Go ahead and click the blue button. Click this one too. Go ahead and hit OK. And then we're going to go ahead and click that right there. Okay, again, this is just going to go to like settings, right? So then we can turn on unknown sources, and then we can go back, and then we can click install. And like I said, it's all foreign language, right? But it doesn't matter because I'm familiar with the buttons, and if you've done FRP processes, it's not too bad. And then you're going to hit open. You're going to hit allow, and grant it permissions. Okay, great. So now we're in our multi-tool application. From here, normally you do Google login, right? Well, that's not going to work for us because we need to downgrade Google Account Manager. So we're going to go to Google Installer. We're going to say Google Account Manager 8. Say install. Do the same thing. Allow installs. Go back. Hit agree. And it should install Google Account Manager 8 for us, which basically downgrades Google Account Manager. That's what this process does. Again, it's annoying to not know exactly what these are, but if you use Google Lens at any point, if you have a question which button to push, it really does make it helpful. You just kind of hold it in front of the phone. All right, so I'm going to say back. Now we should be able to sign in, which we can. And go ahead and say sign in with browser, say OK. And put in your Google account. Again, I've got my English keyboard up here, so that's going to make it easier for me to do. So I'm going to go ahead and say sign in. Put in my password. I'm going to click it to finish up the process. And this should go ahead and add the Google account to the device. Okay? And that's what's important about this process. Okay, from here you can see it still shows it's locked up top, but if we click here and we click on home, it says default launcher is not supported, so we can't go to the home launcher, but we can go to settings, and that launches us into settings, which is pretty cool. And then from here, if I can remember correctly, I think it's under this one. Nope, it's not that one. Maybe it's this guy. And we click this guy, and we click the top one. We can say add a language, and we can say United States English. And then we should be able to actually choose that language as the number one language. And now we have English again. Okay? Great, right? We just changed it over. All right, so now here's the next thing that's interesting. New security on these phones, now that we have a Google account added, which we can actually see right here, Google account, right? Is that you want to go in here and you want to set a security lock screen, right? It will not let you do it. Okay, see this? You can't set a lock screen. It won't let you do it because at this point, lock screen pins can actually remove FRP, and so we're still not there, right? Kind of a bummer. We're still not there, but it's looking better. Okay, we can even go back out of this, back to the browser, and we can even install a launcher if we want to do that. You know, we can go to Apex launcher and we can install a launcher. So I'll just go ahead and do it. Install, say open. Okay, boom. Pretty cool, right? We're in a launcher, right? Pretty nice. Okay, but we need to get this to go away, this little icon in the top that says it's still FRP locked. We have the Google account added, and the easiest way to do that is just to do a reboot. Okay, so we're going to say restart. Because the Google account is added, when you do the restart, the phone sees that Google account is there and won't flag it with that little lock icon in the top corner. And that's why I'm doing a reboot at this point. I'm not sure if it's 100% necessary. I think it is because I think it makes other features free up on this next boot that allow us to continue in this process. Now at this point, most people think you can just go ahead and reset the phone, factory reset it. But unfortunately, because of the new security with the PIN password, it will still be FRP locked to the last account, okay? All right, so again, we're going to have to do the same thing to get back into this thing. But this time, you can actually already see that the account up here, or the little padlock, is missing, okay? So we're going to go back in. It's the same process as before. It's not really that hard to do. We're going to add a language. Pick one with the little thing. There we go. I think it's the second one. Yep, it was. Then we're going to type in Morse code usage. and we'll get right into here. I think Google's algorithm has got to be knowing that something's screwed up with this. Why is everybody looking at this video constantly? Which is pretty funny, but anyway. They probably know.
I don't know how to help with that.
Google's
there are other things you can try.
Looking at me already. You can hear him in the background. All right, so we're just going to go through it again. I think it's this guy. Yep, okay. So we're back into the phone, except for we're going to go back to here, and we're going to actually install that launcher on our device so that we can get back into the phone fully, right? That way we're in. We've removed the little padlock icon on top. That's what we want to achieve. So there we go. It's going to load up. Looks like it's a slow load. I'm telling you, I don't know what the deal is with this thing. It is slow. Okay, so we're going to come down here. We're going to do Apex Launcher. We'll just go ahead and say OK to install it again. And we'll go back to the right language too again once we get this thing down here. OK, open, install, and then we should be able to open Apex Launcher here and then change our language once again so we can actually see what's going on. There we go. All right, so just to do it, we'll go to Settings, go to the bottom, go to this dude, go to this guy, go up here, add a language, add United States, switch it to the top, and we are rocking. Okay, great. All right, so from here, this next part's kind of fun. So we're going to go back into Chrome, except for this time we're going to type in Google. This is probably where it changes, right? Google Find My Phone. Okay, interesting, isn't it? All right, so from here we're going to click on this, find my device, and we're going to sign in to that same account we already signed into on this device. Put in my password, hit next, and we should be able to log into Find My Phone, and hopefully, if everything goes correctly, we should be able to find this phone, right? Because we have a Google account on it. So I'm going to say never for this, say accept. And what you're going to see right here is there's a Z4. That's the phone I have. And it needs to contact it. Okay, so there it goes. It sees it. If it doesn't see it like this and say online, you need to refresh it, okay? Now, I know for a fact that it will actually see the device once you do that reboot. That's one of the reasons I did the reboot, because it gets rid of that icon. Sometimes with the icon up there, it won't see it. Okay, so now we're going to go like this, and we're going to say secure. And here we're going to put in a password for this device. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hit down arrow, and then hit next. Say, yep, save my password, and then I'm going to click secure device. And what you're going to see is the device is going to shut off. It's going to ask you for the password, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to hit OK. And boom, you've added a PIN password to this device, and you've added the Google account. Pretty freaking awesome, right? Okay, so now you can also hit erase device, erase this device, and might ask for password again. Normally it doesn't. Let's put it in again, just to make sure. So I'll put in my account and my password. I'll hit next. And say yes, erase permanently. And that should do it, and the device shuts down, and it will be erased. Okay. Crazy process, right? Totally nuts. I love it that we're actually using Google's built-in Find My Device software to actually get past their own security. I think it's hilarious. I think it's awesome. We've got the Google account added with our PhonLab application. We've got the password added with their software, and then we even factory reset it with their software, right? How much better can you be? Now, the beautiful thing about this is, and the interesting thing about this is that we just factory reset it, so it actually is going to still be FRP locked, okay? But it's going to be FRP locked to our Google account we added and our PIN number, okay? That's the beauty of it. So I'm going to let this thing boot up, and I'm going to show you how we get in now with our own credentials. And then we'll do one more factory reset, and FRP will be completely removed off of this device 100%. Okay, here we go. What is, let's see if we can go through. So again, we can stay in English now that we actually have, our information in here. I'm going to go ahead and connect up to my Wi-Fi. Hopefully we can obtain an IP address here and go ahead and connect up. Again, like I said, we do have the little padlock in the top corner, right? We are FRP locked still, but like I said, it's our account. And what we should have is we should have the option of unlocking that account with either the Google account, previously synced Google account, or that PIN password, right? Which is 4 zeros. So let's just go ahead and show you that we can get past this whole process. Okay, here we go. Do not copy. All these spinny wheels, man, they take forever sometimes. Okay, here it is. Asking for your previously synced PIN, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 zeros. Enter. And FRP should be removed. More spinny wheels. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to say skip. Skip. Okay, you saw the padlock go away, right? That's important. I'm going to say skip the security. I'm going to keep skipping it, right? The fact that I can skip all this obviously means that FRP has been removed off this device. Sure, why not? Verizon services. I'm going to skip that one. Okay, got it. And hello, Moto. That's normally what happens anyway. There you go. That is the process, right? I'm pretty sure at this point the Google account is actually removed off the device too. Let's go ahead and see accounts. Yeah, it's not on there. So we are 100% good. FRP has been removed from this device. Now, if you want to get it to obviously like a brand new state where it is and where it would be if somebody bought it off you or you want to sell it, you'd go ahead and do one more factory reset from settings in here under system, and I'm actually going to do that right here. Reset options, factory reset, reset phone, reset everything. And now it'll be back. FRP will be gone off the thing, and you can sell it to somebody. Then you set it up like a brand new phone once again. So there you go, guys. That is the process here of removing FRP on the Motorola Z4. Super long, super complicated, super interesting, but it can be done with this cool process. And I think keep in mind this idea of wiping devices with Find My Phone. That service, I think that's going to come in handy for us with FRP in the future. That's going to wrap it up for me. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Root Junkie out.